So what have I been doing since I've had the flu? Well, I started getting better a couple days ago. Still got this weird shit happening to my face. It comes and goes. Anyways, it's beside the point. So what I've done, painted a couple parts. I end up remaking a lot of the interior parts. Somebody sent me a documentary which showed me some pretty good things inside there. A few things, at least towards the front of it, interior. So one of them was this little reel-to-reel. The corner should be rounded, but I'm not good at 3D Builder yet to do that. This little frame, which was just on there, it was silver, didn't have anything on it. I assume that it could have been for the reel-to-reel now I think about it. Maybe they hung it from there. A little gauge of some kind, a couple of gauges there, as you can see. A little movie thing, which actually went in between the portholes. There was a tiny little porthole there, which they usually mount cameras and movie film cameras. Another gauge thing. This thing here was a, I forgot what they call it, but you can see that was the company, Atlas Echelot Monograph 58. That's exactly what they had on his. I was able to extract that and find a good picture of it. And it has a little roll paper in there. It looks like it's a roll paper. Anyways, on one side, I tried to do that. And just some piece of detail, a little rolled up thing to go up above on the racks. This here is to support this thing here. So that's why it's curved, because it sits like that, and that'll sit on that. I'm not sure what that looked like in reality, just like these couches. As a matter of fact, the couches were way too long. If looking at the picture, the couches are very short. They might support your arms and down to your knees, and that's it. They're not a full-length bed. And if you can see the facets in this one from when it was done, because this is an 8-year-old model, 3D print model, so technology's come up. So I made a more curved, smooth one, because I know it was supposed to be a padding on there. Who knows, I might actually put a real pad on there. Maybe have my wife make up a little tiny one for me if she can. This thing here, from just the footage that I could find, which is very dark, it kind of looked like that. I remember there was a lever here, and then this other lever, which seems to be pulled in the direction I remember you pulled on it. And then there's another piece above here, which I'm printing out. God, I hope I'm printing out. No, I haven't printed out yet because I haven't finished it yet. And I have no idea what that looks like either. It's just very, very hard to find anything in that section of the submarine. I got a 360 view, but this is so, it's obliterated because it's out of a page of a book. So you try to get close enough, it's too pixelated or print pixelated. You can see all the little circles and diamond shapes of the color, how they colored it. So that was impossible to see. So I'm winging it unless somebody comes up with a really good picture of this area where this thing here is. And there's another piece here with like a cylinder-shaped piece with a flat wall bisecting it a little bit, a small wall, a plate, and there's like a stick shift on that too. And over here we have the interior parts. I also redid these because the other one looked too techy. I just made it up, so I ended up finding some good pictures of what the stuff looks like in here, like that. Had a little box here and a little box there. This one had 3 boxes. I'll cut that up. And this little guy here. This little piece of trim here with that little angle piece on it like that. So, this is made up sort of. I mean, it kind of looked like that, but I don't think it was techie looking as that, but I can get away with it. Went with a 3 tank instead of a 2 tank. Here's the original 2 tank. And I decided to go with a 3 tank because that was one of the things that I remember vividly in the film. I also hogged this out. This was a solid block in here. So I put it through 3D Builder and just voided it out or extracted as much as I could and then cleaned the rest out once it printed so it would be hollow. As well, these are different flippers than what he had with this particular figure, because this is basically all one piece. You had to break it apart yourself. So yeah, the hatch there. I saw some good. This part right here behind the hatch is some very techie looking pieces, I guess, for the spring and everything, easy to open and close. But I'm trying to find I'll find it, a good picture showing just right here where this attaches. It's very bulky, whatever it is, in yellow. This whole piece here is supposed to be yellow too, which I'll paint that. Actually, there's pins holding it, so I can pop the pins out and paint it. So that is what's going on. I finally got my yellow paint. Oh, some of you have been asking. It's TS16 yellow Tamiya lacquer. I love lacquers because you can do a lot with them. They're strong. If you need to paint, it won't react to if you have to paint some parts enamel on it. little details and things. So, yeah. Oh yeah, the base I changed a bit. Because I got this part. This is for the Palomino. Sorry, I ended up making these curved pieces. So when it's flipped over, I'll move these out of the way here. This is the way you're going to see it. I got a place for it to be mounted there. When you see it, it'll have these nice little frames going around it like that, which ought to look a heck of a lot nicer. And it'll all be open like that. I think it'd be kind of cool with these frames going around. All the frames are done. So it'll make a nice display. Kind of big though for such a little model. You know, I'll give you an idea. This goes in like that, of course, and it'll actually rotate it like this because this is the bulk where the mount is. So like that. And I want to get this done ASAP because I just was waiting for the base part. You know, a buddy of mine was able to get around to it. He's been pretty busy because it's wintertime and he works in the air conditioning and heating industry, so he's been very busy. So, but that's the gist of the base for it. I want it to be displayed on an angle. I could set it on, of course, but then you wouldn't be able to see the cool engines underneath, and they light up. And there's a few little lights I got to put in here, and of course, you've seen the interior, I'm sure. That's the interior, and I'll light it from underneath. It's got 2 levels going down in there, so I'll light it from below, fairly bright LEDs. It should glow up through that. I've showed this before, but since you're looking through these little bitty windows, that should be fine. I'm going to put some magnets on the antenna so we can pop the magnet off so you can look down in there. The console goes on there too, but that's in a little box. This is all that's left. Yep, oops. All these little parts of the engine, clear engine parts. Some little clear piece bouncing around there. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's the rod for the little tiny little translights on there as well for controls. Some little dudes that I have to repaint. You know, some of these get mad because one of the figures there is a person of color, but I just got to I'll have to paint them white, which probably might upset a few DEIers. Anyways, so I got clear ones and I've got the bluish ones. I'll probably use the bluish ones. And some chairs. I just need to get colors of the uniforms, which wouldn't be hard. There's little antennas. Only thing left, and of course the decal. And there's also some areas where they have like clusters of wires kind of sticking out, going into things. So got to do that yet too. And then of course weather the crap out of it. This of course is not the color because it wasn't a bronze, but it looked bronze in the film. And I'd rather make it a bronze than weathered down tan model. I don't like tans that much, so it looked more metallic to me. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. That sits there and waits painting. All the parts are there, painting and lights. But I decided to do the easiest ones first, and like the inner space pod, I have a real thing for submersibles. And so I decided to jump on this thing because ever since I was a kid I wanted it. So here we go. And that's what's going on this snowy day. Oh yeah, we got good snow here. Probably the only one we get like this with this much snow. But yeah, winter wonderland, I guess. Very pretty. We're supposed to be getting some sun today, and when we do, I'll take some sunny shots. Nothing prettier than snow and sun.